Hello and welcome back to our channel, and we are back again with yet another video on COVID-19. And today we are going to talk about the precautions that we can all adopt to prevent the spread of the virus and the diagnostic techniques that are involved in detection of the same. As discussed earlier, coronavirus is mainly spread through droplet infection. When a healthy individual comes in contact with air droplets containing the virus particles, either through the respiratory secretions of an infected individual or by touching them or by touching a surface in which the virus is present. However, there are certain precautions that we can all adopt to prevent the spread of the virus. Firstly, we must wash our hands often, either with soap and water or with an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. And we are going to dig into the science of it a little later. We must always maintain at least 6 feet distance with ourselves and others. It is extremely important to avoid contact with sick individuals and self-quarantine if we are sick. Another important guideline that has been put out by WHO is to cover our faces with a tissue while we sneeze or cough, and to use a face mask only if we are sick or if we are taking care of sick people. Lastly, it is extremely important to clean the frequently touched surfaces at regular intervals of time. Now let us get back to the science of washing hands in a bit more detail. It is always recommended to use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer that has minimum 60% alcohol content and to leave it in your hands for 20 seconds. This is because alcohol helps in disrupting the lipid envelope of the monstrous coronavirus and thus inactivates it. So yes, everyone out there, don't forget to wash your hands. Okay, so now that we are aware of the precautions that we can take in order to save ourselves from this mutating monster, let us talk about the detection of coronavirus in a little detail. Okay. So now that we are aware of the precautions that we can take in order to save ourselves from this mutating monster, let us talk about the detection of coronavirus in little detail. And before we do that, let's dig a bit deeper into the virology of coronavirus. As discussed earlier, coronavirus has RNA as its genetic material that codes for all the viral proteins, including the envelope proteins. Now, if we look into the RNA of coronavirus, it can be divided into several open reading frames, each coding for an important viral protein. Therefore, we can detect the presence of coronavirus in a patient sample by measuring the quantities of viral RNA or protein in the patient sample. And this is done by a simple biotechnological procedure known as real-time PCR. Firstly, the patient sample is collected in the form of nasopharyngeal swab, sputum or blood, and the RNA is extracted from it. The RNA is converted into cDNA or complementary DNA, and obviously if the viral RNA is present in the patient sample, then it will also be converted into the cDNA. Now the viral cDNA can be amplified with the addition of complementary primers, and the amplified cDNA can be detected qualitatively and quantitatively using the real-time PCR machine. Now, RT-PCR uses a dye called cyber green that shows fluorescence only when it's bound to a double-stranded DNA. Therefore, if the viral cDNA gets amplified on addition of primers, this double-stranded DNA will bind to the cyber green molecules, causing them to fluoresce, which in turn will be detected by the RT-PCR machine and thus will give a positive result. Although we are all praying that all results for every single individual across the globe comes out to be negative, but several people in the planet have been affected by this new entity. So the life science fraternity along with the chemists are working relentlessly to come up with effective antivirals and vaccines that might be able to cure the disease as well as prevent its further spread. And this is something that we are going to talk about in our next video. This is it for this video. Hope this was informative and useful. Please do let us know your feedback in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.